Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a feeling we all know, that sense of being totally buried by our to-do list. But what if I told you there's a secret weapon that can turn all that chaos into pure clarity? We're about to unlock a technique that's not just some life hack. It's a legit productivity superpower. Okay, does this just speak to your soul? That feeling of drowning in this sea of deadlines, projects, and just stuff to do. It's such a common feeling, especially when you're in school, and it seems like everything is demanding your attention all at once. Your to-do list probably feels a lot like this, right? It's this messy, chaotic pile of massive school projects, trying to have a social life, and, just being a person. It's enough to make you feel exhausted before you even start. But what if there was a system to conquer this? And don't worry, we have a plan to get you there. We're going to start by really looking at that university overwhelm. Then, I'll introduce you to your new productivity superpower. After that, we'll walk through a simple 3-step strategy, figure out how to sharpen your focus, understand the ultimate payoff, and finally, get you started on your very first chunk. So, let's get right into it. That superpower is a really simple but incredibly profound idea called chunking. Seriously, this is your secret weapon for turning that feeling of I can't do this into I've got this. So what is it? Well, at its core, chunking is just the art of taking a giant, scary task and smashing it into little, bite-sized, manageable pieces. So instead of staring up at a mountain called Write My Term paper, you're just dealing with a few small, easy-to-handle rocks, one at a time. It's that simple shift in perspective that makes it so unbelievably powerful for your brain. So how do we actually put this into practice? Well, it all boils down to this really straightforward 3-step strategy that can bring order to even the most out-of-control schedule. Okay, here's the game plan. Step 1, prioritize. Let's be real, you can't do everything at once, so you gotta figure out what's actually important and what's urgent. Step 2, break it down. You take those big priorities and you break them into smaller, actual things you can do. And step 3, schedule those chunks. Put them right into your calendar. That's the mantra. Prioritize, break down, schedule. And this quote, this gets right to the heart of why we put things off. A huge task like write research paper just feels impossible, so our brain just shuts down and resists. But a small chunk like find 5 sources for my paper, hey, that feels doable. By making tasks approachable, chunking basically short-circuits procrastination before it can even start. Now, when it comes to that 3rd step, scheduling your chunks, one of the best methods out there is the Pomodoro technique. It's a time management system that's designed to help you work with your brain's natural rhythm of focus and rest, instead of fighting against it. It's all built around these 25-minute sprints. That's kind of the magic number for a super focused burst of work. You set a timer, and for those 25 minutes, you give one single chunk your absolute undivided attention. No emails, no texts, just pure focus. And then when that timer dings, you get a 5-minute break. And I mean a real break. Get up, stretch, grab some water, reset your brain. This simple cycle is what stops you from burning out and keeps your mind fresh and ready for the next round. Okay, so once you have that basic strategy down, it's time to level up. This next part is all about making every single one of your chunks as effective as it can possibly be by really sharpening your focus. Look, chunking is only as powerful as your ability to concentrate. To make it really work, you have to protect your focus time like it's gold. That means silencing those notifications, setting up a dedicated workspace, and yeah, even scheduling your social media time so it doesn't leak into your work blocks. And don't forget this part. Track your progress. Every single time you check off a small chunk, your brain gives you a little hit of dopamine. That's the chemical for reward and motivation. This creates this awesome positive feedback loop where that feeling of accomplishment actually makes you want to tackle the next chunk. So this is great for your own work, but what about the legendary chaos of group projects? Well, chunking is maybe even more important here. Without it, you get everybody kind of sort of working on everything and a lot of wasted effort. With it, you can collaborate and divide like a pro. So, for example, a huge group paper can be sliced up cleanly. The introduction becomes one person's chunk, the methodology is another's, and so on. You get the picture. By breaking up the workload into these clear, owned sections, you just get rid of all the confusion and you make the entire team way more productive. So you put in the work, you build this habit. What's the ultimate payoff? I mean, why does mastering chunking matter so much in the long run?
Well, the benefits are huge and they go way beyond just getting more stuff done. Yeah, your productivity is going to skyrocket. But because you're more focused, the quality of your work actually gets better too. And maybe most importantly, you start to get a real, healthy work-life balance. This isn't just about finishing your to-do list. It's about getting your time back for the things you actually love to do.
Okay, we've talked about the problem, the strategy, the payoff. Now it's time for the most important part of all, taking action and actually tackling your very first chunk. So, I'm going to leave you with this challenge. Right now, I want you to look at your to-do list. Pick that one big, scary task, the one that's been hanging over your head. Now, what is the very first, smallest step you can possibly take to move it forward? Define that one chunk. That's your mission for today. Go get it done.